I think it's time for us to consider our next stage of the Christingle. And to help us think this one through and understand it a bit more, I'm going to pass over to Jamie Mulvaney, Associate Minister here, who's going to tell us about stage 3. Over to you, Jamie.
Felix, thank you so much. And I don't know about you, but for the 12th day of Christmas, I think I need a gym membership. But it's wonderful to see each and every one of you here tonight. And if you're like me, and like I was born in Australia, I have no idea what's going on. Some Australians, good Aussies in the house. Aussie, Aussie, Aussie. Wonderful. A bit colder Christmas here. But Christingle's not a thing in Australia, so I don't know about oranges. But it's good to have half-time oranges nonetheless. And it's great to see what you've been doing so far. And we come in a minute to the lighting of the candles. It got me thinking, what kind of light would you most like to have at Christmas? If you could have a special superhero power from the movies, of what kind of light you'd like to have, I wonder what it might be. Would you most like to be like Jack in The Incredibles with those piercing laser eyes? Or would you like to be like Luke Skywalker with his lightsaber? Or Elsa from Frozen with her lantern, slightly more innocuous? Or Rudolph with his red nose. Some might even say that it glows. Or the genie from Aladdin with his lamp. So let's have a vote. Who would like to most be like Jack from The Incredibles? Okay, good. How many Luke Skywalker fans? Wow, I think we have a winner already. A good retro one there. What about Elsa? Okay, yeah, a good even spread there. What about Rudolph, the red-nosed reindeer? Yeah, okay, a good minority there. And how about a genie from Aladdin? Again, wonderful. Okay, so good spread of votes there. Now, I'm sorry, I don't have any of these to give out. They're not in my power to give out. You've just got an orange, I'm afraid. But so far, we've heard that God made the world, and we've heard that God gives us gifts. And now we come to thinking about God shining his light. And I wonder, what is God's light? What is the light that Jesus brings at Christmas most like? Is it like Jack from The Incredibles? Or is it like Luke Skywalker? Is it like Elsa? Is it like Rudolph? Or is it like a genie? Well, I guess a bit like Elsa, Jesus does light his lamp and helps us to see. But there are some other lights too that I want to show you tonight. Jesus' light is also a bit like the Northern Lights. It's a bit like fireworks, or some of the streets around here that sort of battle it out for the best Christmas lights here in Clapham. I wonder if that's one of your houses. Or we went to see, as a family, the lights at Wisley. Amazing lights there. Or a Jesus light is a bit like glow sticks. Now I wonder, what do all these lights have in common? They're bright, yeah, what else? They're light, yes, good. Anything else? They're colorful lights. They're vibrant lights. And also, all of these lights, they shine in the darkness. And Jesus' light for you and me is full of color. It's full of color. When Jesus came as a baby and people said that Jesus is the light of the world, he wants to come and live in your heart and my heart. And when he shines his light in our hearts, you'll never stop seeing new colors, new things, new aspects, a whole kaleidoscope of wonder and amazement and joy. And that's what the angels sang about to the shepherds. Good news of great joy that will be for all the people. And people often say, don't they, when they meet Jesus, when they experience Jesus' light and his love for them, they say, well, I thought life was fine. I thought life was fine and wonderful, but I've now actually realized that my life was like living in black and white. Now I'm living my life in complete technicolor. His love, his joy, his goodness, his kindness. And so the color of Christmas, the true color of Christmas, is not just red, it's not just green, it's not just gold, but it's all the colors of the rainbow. And as we get to know Jesus, as he comes to live inside of us, we experience more and more color and life. But also, the Bible tells us that when Jesus was born, the Bible says that the light shines in the darkness, and the darkness has not overcome it. Who here is scared of the dark? few people willing to admit that. A few adults actually willing to admit that. That's good truth. It's good to tell the truth at Christmas, as we here in Love, actually. But Jesus is not scared of the dark. Jesus is not scared of the dark. What kinds of things are dark in our lives and in our world? There's so much in the news that is so dark, isn't there? But then there's also the darkness that's inside of us as well. Those things that we've done, those things that we've thought and said. And as we bring those things to Jesus, those things that we've done wrong, those things that we're afraid of, as we bring those things to Jesus, he will shine his light. And the Bible says that this light will overcome the darkness. And his light will give us color. Now, I did say that Jesus' light is full of color, all the colors. But at Christmas, one of the colors that we particularly think about is the color red. And that's why in a moment we're each going to get a piece of red tape where we'll be adding to our oranges soon. And this red tape reminds us that Jesus died for us. Jesus died for us and he rose again, smashing one of the darkest things in our world, death. Imagine not being afraid of the dark, of any darkness. Imagine not being afraid of death. Imagine what that might be like. That really is living life in full color. And so in a minute, when we put the red tape around the orange, and when we light the candle, we can know that even if we get given something bright and shiny this Christmas, even if our Christmas tree is full of lights, or we get given a torch tomorrow morning, something like that, whatever we're given, the light, this Christingle orange shows us that the light of Christmas is not just for Christmas Day, it's for every day. And Jesus, he longs to come into our lives with his light, to drive out the darkness in our lives and to fill our lives with more and more color. Thank you so much for listening. Let me hand back over to Felix.